Hello, Mr. Nostalgia from the Nostalgia Dirt series, Mac Tools Restoration Shop, and behind me here is the 1957 Chevrolet that the Wizard has been working diligently on, and it looks like he's getting quite a lot accomplished. He's got the engine all hooked up except for belts, so we're ready to fire that pretty soon. Looks like he's got some front fenders on there, and he's doing a great job. Let's walk around and take another look. Here we have a picture of what the car will look like, and that is the owner of this car that we are attributing to, Mr. Leonard Johnson, and he is also a lung transplant recipient. This car is very important to all of us in the cause that we are running it for organ donor awareness. I see the Wizard has got most of the stickers off, getting ready for paint. And it looks like it's coming along quite nicely. So we'll head into the Nostalgia Dirt Series office and meet with a fine young lady, Mrs. Donna Holt. Today we have in the studio my lovely wife, Mrs. Donna Holt, and she's here to talk to you a little bit about how organ donation has touched her life in my opinion, an inspiring way. So without further ado, our treasurer, secretary, boss, Mrs. Holt. What do you have for us today?
I want to share with you my family, immediate family, went through the tragic death of my first husband, who's 52 years old. He was driving a loaded grain semi, and we don't know why, but for some reason the semi-tractor rolled and he was buried and suffocated under his load of grain that was in his trailer. Took 45 minutes to get him out of his trailer from underneath the corn. So the majority of his organs had already gone past the point where they could be used. But fortunately, he had made the arrangements to be an organ donor before he passed. So this wasn't a decision that the family had to make, although even if he hadn't been, this is something we felt we were led to do. We didn't want his death to be completely in vain. And we know he would want to have a part of him live on to help someone else have a family member that they might not have been able to have otherwise. This is Marlon. He left not just me, but 4 children behind. Very kind man. He was into woodworking, loved his grandchildren. And to me at the time, you never could have met a nicer man. Kind, willing to do things for other people. So this selfless act that he made in being an organ donor upon his death, I think it would have made him smile. The changes that were made in other people's lives. I'm going to read to you a letter that I received from the Iowa Donor Network. And this explained what different things that they had been able to take as a donation for Marlon and what it is used for. The gift of bone and connective tissue helps individuals with various orthopedic and neurological conditions. These tissues will be used in a variety of back, joint, and leg injuries, such as hip replacement, knee reconstruction, and spinal fusion. This generous donation will offer children with severe fractures or bone cancer the opportunity to be kids once again. Adults with degenerative bone and joint diseases will also benefit from bone donation through increased mobility and decreased discomfort. In all, over 100 people may benefit from the gift of bone and connective tissue. Pretty amazing.
Definitely.
Heart valve donation could possibly touch the lives of 2 individuals, giving them a second chance of life. Donated heart valves are used in cardiac surgeries for both adults and children when artificial valves are not suitable. Furthermore, donated heart valves allow individuals the opportunity to live without the lifelong anticoagulant drug therapy necessary with artificial valve replacements. Thus, heart valve replacement is a true life-saving procedure. 2 people benefited from that from Marlon. Skin donations may be used in various ways. For example, the gift of skin may be used in reconstruction for victims who suffer a disfiguring injury or disease process. It may also be used to assist patients in healing after extensive surgery. Skin can also be used to aid in the healing process for severe burn victims. These donated skin grafts will protect recipients from infection while promoting regeneration of their own skin. I think of firefighters. I think of car accident victims. I think of military men that have been exposed to chemicals or bombs, and a lot of these are young men, and how this helps them continue to have the self-esteem to have jobs, to promote their families, to be good fathers, be good husbands. Again, that alone is a huge.
Right. So I've got a question for you, Donna.
Yeah.
Uh, no one likes to think about losing a loved one, and Marlon was also a friend of mine, and his death impacted my life in sadness. You know, it really impacted my life. And you guys were married for 35 some years, and no one likes to think about losing a loved one, but how did it make you feel knowing that Marlon has helped other people for their quality of life? I mean, can you touch on that briefly?
We received a letter from one of the recipients of one of Marlon's corneas. This is very emotional for me.
I understand.
And he was a woodworker. He was about the same age that Marlon was. Marlon was 52 when he was killed. He had grandchildren, just like Marlon and I had. We had 2 at the time. And he hadn't been able to see his grandchild. He hadn't been able to do his woodworking for years. The man that received the corneas, and his letter said, I can see my grandchildren's smiles, and I can go out in my wood shop and I can make things for people. And those were, it was like Marlon's clone.
Awesome.
Had received that.
Awesome. And so this is just one of the ways that organ donation has touched somebody's life, as you can see right here in front of you with Donna. In the studio on Friday, we'll have Mr. Leonard Johnson talking about receiving a lung transplant and how that saved his life. And this touched our lives with the McLaren family. The Bubba's About Broke podcast. Tina McLaren has received a kidney and liver transplant that just saved her life one day ago. And I lived through their agony and their worry whether she was going to live long enough to see possibly having a transplant. So what we're doing for the Race for a Cause is bringing awareness to organ donation. It's touched my heart. It's touched my life. This is what we do at Nostalgia Dirt Series. So in closing, how can you help us? Here's what we need. We've got this beautiful Henry rifle. It's brand new. We got the box for it, the whole 9 yards. We are putting this up for raffle for $20 a ticket. You can win this rifle, and even if you don't want it, it's worth at least $1,000. Take it in and sell it if you're not into guns. We have this beautiful, patriotically decorated pedal car for a grandson, a granddaughter, a daughter, a son. Again, just $20 will buy a raffle ticket for that. And it's not just purchasing a gun. It's not just purchasing the chance to win the pedal car, but it's helping us bring awareness to a very important cause. So we're asking you to take action. I know things are tight in the world with gas prices and grocery prices and that kind of stuff, but a mere $20 to purchase a chance to win this Henry rifle, 45 caliber, or this pedal car will help us continue to get the word out for this very, very worthy cause. Until I got close to the McLaren family, Don and I hadn't talked very much about Marlon's death and passing away, and organ donorship and stuff. And it's not something that people talk about every day. I mean, very obviously, but it's so important.
Mhm.
It's so important that we bring awareness for this. And in the coming days, you'll hear more about the race for awareness of organ donorship. Um, you'll hear from the McLaren family talking about Tina and what she has just gone through, and just several different things to help you think. And that's our ministry at Nostalgia Dirt Series. We want to bring these causes to the forefront. Racing history, honoring our servicemen and women. We feel these are all very important causes. So without you, literally, without you, we cannot be us. So we are counting on your support to purchase a chance to win this rifle. Purchase a chance. I can't talk, Donna. Purchase a chance to win this beautiful pedal car. $20. Our goal is 1,000 tickets or 1,000 chances sold for the rifle, 1,000 chances sold for the pedal car. This will help us in donating to the different organ donor
Network.
Yes, thank you. There's a national one. There's also an Iowa one. This will help us get to Lakeview Speedway to continue to spread the word about organ donorship. So, in closing, I know I've said it many times, and I'll probably say it many times more. This isn't just another raffle. This is giving us a donation to move forward, to bring awareness to these very, very worthy causes. So in the link above, you'll see our Square account where you can conveniently use your credit card or your debit card to purchase a $20 chance. We ask that you encourage your friends to get on our Facebook page, like and share and comment. You know, Donna, the number 3 car, the Dale Earnhardt car, went crazy. We had 375,000 views. We had 400 and some odd comments. We had probably 1,000 shares on that. So let's break a record with this. I'm challenging you, our viewers. Let's break a record with this. Like, share, comment. You know, tell us your story about organ donation. Tell us you support or don't support this cause. Just help us get the word out on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And we just appreciate you watching this video, not scrolling by it. Again, in closing, without you, we definitely can't be us.
I would like to add one more thing. Don't just look at these as prizes you can win. Look at it as, even if you don't win, you are donating $20 to help a cause that is going to change a family's life forever. I mentioned at the beginning that we were also recipients of an organ donation. 2 months before Marlon was killed, our 17-year-old was injured and had to have his leg rebuilt. The doctors told him he would probably never walk again. He definitely would never be able to run. He had a 1-year-old at that point and was devastated, thinking, I'm never going to be able to play ball with my son. I'm never going to be able to do any of this. And when they got in and were rebuilding his leg, they were actually able to rebuild it because he received tendons and ligaments to help put his leg back together. And he is an active 30-year-old right now. He's been able to do everything with his children. You wouldn't even know that he had had an injury. And we would have had basically a crippled son had someone not given that gift of those tendons and ligaments to make this young man's life worthwhile. So look at your $20 as, oh, I didn't win the raffle. Don't look at it like that. Look at it as, wow, $20 to brighten and lengthen the life of people that might not have been able to have that. That's what these donations go for.
Thank you, Donna. Again, please follow us. Encourage other people to follow us. Our following grows by you commenting, liking, and sharing this. Thank you. We love you, and we'll see you in our next episode, Mr. Nostalgia.